soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen.
You are our greatest weapon of all.
First step to solving any problem is recognizing there is one.
It's time we started thinking. Pain isn't something we call.
All we can ever do for our heroes is remember them when they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. They gave up everything for our country, for us. They prayed for freedom and justice.
Some veterans not getting the timely care that they need. Less than 1% of Americans serving in uniform. Good news is that in recent years we've made historic investments to boost the VA budget.
What is it? Why should we care?
We should care about press freedom
because we were informed.
In democratic societies, free, diverse, and pluralist media enable public debates and are essential checks
You don't
on
look
power.
satisfied. Let's discuss.
Hey guys, welcome to Vet podcast, a new episode. Today we are talking about secondary conditions to flat feet. As a short reminder, Vet is a non-profit educational project dedicated to assist veterans with adjustment to civilian lifestyle and to provide assistance in obtaining your VA and other available benefits you have earned. And many vets suffer from flat feet. When this condition is left untreated or is aggravated, many other issues can begin to affect those veterans as a result. And unfortunately, because many of those secondary conditions develop long after their time in service, many veterans do not apply for the benefits that may be available to them for a secondary condition. And if you have flat feet and have begun to develop any conditions that may be related to them, you should definitely seek a diagnosis and then a secondary claim with the VA. There is no reason to leave those benefits on the table.
Not at all.
So let's go into details.
So pes planus among veterans can be caused by a variety of factors. Oftentimes a veteran's service can cause them to develop flat feet. On the other hand, some veterans may have flat feet prior to service. However, their pes planus may become worse as the result of service. Common causes and risk factors for developing flat feet include the following: a foot abnormality present since birth, torn or stretched tendons, inflammation or damage to the posterior tibial tendon, which runs from the lower leg down to the ankle and to the middle of the arch of the foot, dislocated or broken bones in the legs or feet, health conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis, nerve damage such as from peripheral neuropathy, obesity, and partaking in frequent high-impact physical activities such as military training.
Yes, so what is the service connection to flat feet?
To establish service connection for pes planus on a direct basis, veterans must establish three elements. Number one, a current diagnosis of pes planus. 2, evidence of an in-service event, injury, or illness. And 3, a medical nexus linking the diagnosed pes planus to their in-service occurrence. Importantly, this is the most common way to establish service connection. However, if the veteran's pes planus existed prior to service, as mentioned above, service connection is still possible. In this case, the veterans will have to prove to the VA that their pes planus worsened beyond its natural progression as a result of military service. Here, evidence showing the progression of the condition is very important. So what you're showing is that because of your job and your training, that the overuse of your feet made this condition worse.
And what if my pes planus causes other conditions?
This is the major thing, and I always try to tell my guys that your best odds of increasing your disability rating overall is usually within the secondary conditions. So if a veteran's service-connected pes planus causes additional condition, that new condition may be eligible for VA disability benefits. Specifically, it may warrant service connection on a secondary basis. A secondary service connection condition is one that resulted from a separate condition that is already service connected. For example, a veteran is service connected for a knee condition and later develops arthritis in that knee. Here, the veteran's arthritis may warrant a secondary service connection if that result of their service connected knee condition. The pes planus may produce a number of conditions that veterans can claim for secondary service connection. As mentioned previously, pes planus can increase the risk of injury or pain to the musculoskeletal system. Examples of common secondary conditions include the following. Degenerative disc disease. This occurs in the lower back or neck. It is often accompanied by varying levels of pain and can also result into numbness and tingling in the upper or lower extremities in some cases. Pes planus may cause veterans to walk differently or change their gait, resulting in additional pressure on the spinal disc. This additional pressure may cause the disc to deteriorate more quickly, therefore causing the degenerative disc disease. And so normally when it comes to the secondary for the degenerative disc disease, we're talking about your lower back. It'd be a lot harder to try to connect your neck, but if you could prove it with doctor supporting evidence, go for it. But your better bet is definitely your lower back. Arthritis of the foot. Arthritis is an inflammation of one or more of the body's joints. It can cause pain and stiffness in any joint in the body and is common in small joints of the foot. Again, changes to veterans' gait due to pes planus may cause this inflammation to occur, which turns into arthritis. Plantar fasciitis. This condition is one of the most common causes of heel pain and involves inflammation of a thick band of tissue that runs across the bottom of the foot and connects the heel bone to the toes. Pes planus can cause more pressure to be put on the veteran's heel and thus causing or exacerbating plantar fasciitis. You could kind of see that in some people, the way their shoes are getting worn down. So if you see an old pair of shoes and you kind of see it worn down in a funny angle and not necessarily perfect, there's different pressure in your joints, and that's why your gait is funny. Toe deformities. Flat feet may cause veterans to bear weight in ways that put under strain upon their toes, eventually causing a deformity or other issues. So then, you might have arthritis in your big toe joints. And calluses. Calluses is an area of thickened skin that forms as a response to repeated friction, pressure, or other irritation. Calluses can be caused from abnormal gait resulting from pes planus. Importantly, the list included above is non-exhaustive, meaning there could be additional secondary conditions that result from pes planus. These are just a couple examples to kind of get you an idea. If you believe your current condition was caused by your service-connected pes planus, feel free to file a claim with the VA once you get diagnosed with that secondary condition that you're wanting to file for, and trying to get evidence to kind of tie it into that main condition to show how it's causing this. And you should have good odds.
Yeah, guys, that's it for today's podcast. And as always, do you have a book you would like to recommend?
Yeah, so I just got done reading Empire of the Summer Moon by S.C. Gwynn. Crazy story about Chief Cotto and the Parker family around the end of the Apache era in American history, and it's just wild as hell. But that is a really good history book if you're into it.
And quote or words of wisdom of the day?
Health, not gold and silver, is wealth.
Said by Jody Senna, Spartan Fit. That's it, folks. Thank you for listening. Until next time, over and out.
Thank you.